and when you emerge in a room shaped like this.
Ooh.
So let's paint the scene. So this is a long rectangular room. You are clearly underground at this point, and the walls are roughly hewn stone and rock and dirt. Immediately inside the chamber, you notice that there are two what appear to be shambling individuals or creatures. And they have their backs to you at the moment, and they do not know that you're there. But these two appear to be far more stout and better equipped than the undead warriors you saw outside the mausoleum.
Yes, sir. All right.
And there are, as you can tell, there are 8 sort of indentations in the wall that each hold a coffin or a sarcophagus of some sort. And
Nope.
It's just gonna get hairy fast.
Yep.
they are they do not appear largely to have been disturbed, except for 2 that are open. And inside, you can make out the glint of what may be weapons or equipment that have been buried with their owners. At the far end of this room, there are a double set of doors. They are covered in ice, and it looks pretty thick. And the air down here is ridiculous cold. At this point now, you all have full body shivers. It is so chilly in this portion. And the doors behind you, they could freely open or not, but of course, you know that the fog and the undead horde are potentially making their way into the mausoleum above you. And so that is the scene.
Rosard is not like undead at all. He's going to we see this, and before I do anything too crazy, are they behaving in any kind of weird way? They're just kind of standing there, their backs to us.
Yes, they have not noticed you yet. You can definitely tell that they're animated.
Okay.
And you believe, compared to the others that you've seen, that these are elite.
Awesome. All right. He's going to do his best to summon an enormous ball of compressed air and just like fling it at these shamblers.
Nice.
Push them away.
Yeah, I want to push them as far against that wall as possible, and it says I can push them with +5 strength. So,
Yes.
All right. Happy day. Roll a 15. That's a mod 17.
So you instantly invoke your blast of air, and man, it comes like a giant bowling ball.
Yes. Nice
down
job.
that narrow corridor, and man, it just completely slams them.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, it completely slams them against the ice, and in fact, the ice cracks a little bit as they crack against it with a vicious thud.
Nice.
And they kind of slump and slide to the ground as your attack is completed. Put some damage on that bad boy.
Let's see here. That's 9 damage.
Oh my god!
Wow.
They look broken and mangled to you. That's the best way to describe it.
I imagine that they are hit so hard that they are literally lacerated by the force of passing air.
Yes. In fact, I'm not so certain that there aren't little bits of them
Sweet.
all over the chamber, that end of the chamber.
Shit.
Wow.
Cool. They're still up though.
Yeah, they're not done yet. But that was a awesome opening overture. Did you want to move also?
Yeah, he's gonna move. He's gonna move up, and you know what? No, he's not. He's gonna turtle.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good. So, consider yourself in your turtle form. hope you're turtly enough for the Turtle Club. And that brings us to Gulp.
So, Edmund, ask you a question. Would you prefer Galt to kind of reassure you with epic song after all of the damage that Gordon Rambo has been doing to priceless ancient artifacts? Or would you prefer to try to finish off the job that
Deep down, I
Rosar did?
know I'm gonna get all the fame because he's dumb, you know. He's not gonna get any credibility for it. No one's gonna believe him anyway. I don't mind. I'm smart, you know. I'm cool. He isn't. He's just a cook. Yeah, a cook, and I mean it. I mean it. Not a chef at all.
You sure you're not? You sure you couldn't use, you know, uplifted spirit, some extra like courage, 10 points of courage.
Nah.
All right.
I'm good. I don't feel rustled at all by that. I know he's,
Okay.
Yeah,
he's a simple
right.
man, you know. He has his fun, I guess.
You have a soul-worthy constitution, my friend. And so, with that, Galt raises his crossbow, you know, and aims down range and lets fly his bolts.
Nice.
Woo! For a mod 20.
Damn.
Second attack. Let's roll again to see if he hits. Oh yeah, mod 17 for the second hit. So let's do 2. Okay, 6 and 6.
Yeah. Describe this elite undead warrior's death.
So Galt, you know, kind of like, you know, he fires from the hip, like very casually. Just like takes the crossbow after his short little conversation with Edmund, and just like
It's no big
lets
deal.
2 bolts off in rapid succession, one straight through its head, and the other like, you know, straight through the rest of its body, and like Fallout style, like with bats, just completely explodes like all over the place.
Like the bloody Messberg.
Yeah, and he just kind of just stands there with this smug look of satisfaction, just kind of like lifts up the crossbow, and he's like, and that is how it's done.
Nice. Awesome. If you don't already have a hero token, take a hero token for
I
that.
still have the hero coin. At some point that will be used, but damn, I love this crossbow.
Very good. That was awesome. All right, Edmund.
He's gonna walk toward the nearest open coffin. One of them is open, right?
Yes.
So, like you said, there were like equipment for gotten behind. Or something.
Absolutely. Give me a set of percentile.
Percentile. Damn. That's 16.
16. Let's take a look. That
Dire
What?
bear.
Ooh, me. Ooh, me.
That's awesome.
so you
I need that.
you find this little stone tablet covered in different runes that appears to hold some sort of ancient wisdom related power.
This is going to be in a museum soon.
Though you do not understand the
It
writing.
belongs in a museum.
Right, there's a little bit of meta, but just remember that that's in your inventory now, okay?
Yeah.
As Rosar like clobbers him over the head. Museum mine.
Right.
Museum my
Wait.
token.
Wait.
Rosar's little head's peeking out of his turtle shell. Like, what's that? Let's see. So let's see. You took an action there.
And
So
I'll move back with the party, I guess.
to search that one. Okay, very good. And that brings up Gordon.
Well, I'm gonna go search the other crack. Why wouldn't I do that?
You'll have a live one
Search.
at the other end of the corridor.
Okay.
It's a shambler. He's on the ground. It'll be fine.
Yeah, he still hasn't gotten up yet. All right, give me a percentile roll.
53.
Oh, 53.
In the cursed items, come on.
You have an enchanted sandwich, which is just that is so ironic.
Found an enchanted
Crap.
sandwich.
You find this strange little urn that, when you break the seal, has
Wow.
an enchanted sandwich,
That's
That's just the perfect thing for your character.
a food item.
That's beautiful.
That is
amazing.
That's
what are the odds?
I don't know. Can
one in 100.
1 in 100. Exactly 1 in 100.
Right.
I?
One bite heals 1d8 hit points, and when finished, you gain +1 permanent con.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
So make sure you have that in your inventory.
Wait,
That's all.
permanent con?
Yeah,
Yeah, when you finish it.
Yeah,
5 bites. Each bite heals 1d8, and then when you finish it, you get +1 permanent constitution.
Forbidden donut.
it's like the
Um,
heavy sandwich. That's crazy.
Now, I guess it raises the question whether or not you'd eat a sandwich you found in an old forgotten tomb.
Well, hell yeah. I wonder.
He'd be like, let's see the sandwich for a minute, laddie.
He finds the sandwich in this forgotten tomb that's in perfect condition. He smells it and he's like, seems good.
Yeah, seems good.
Right.
Seems fine to me. It's like
So what?
the mayo is aged perfectly.
Right. So what's going to happen now is this guy's going to get up to his feet. Again, he's remarkably well preserved, given probably the cold.
Very handsome.
But he's going to get to his feet and kind of start to make his way towards you.
Is he a humanoid creature?
Yes, humanoid. Yes, clearly at one time a warrior who is now dead. Probably one of the great Northmen. Regrettably, though, you hear some stirring,
Da, da, da.
Of course it does.
and there's stirring there, and stirring here, and also begins a timer, which is a 3, and that is a turn timer, not a round timer.
Oh.
As these creatures emerge from these sarcophaguses, and we are back to Rosar.
Push them against the wall.
Fireball the eyes.
Yeah, melt the ice. Get us out of here.
Man, you know what? Rosar is going to unturtle. And he is going to this is my 4th use of this spell, so I'm gonna have to roll for spell burn, but he's going to conjure that huge gust of air and fling it down towards the other two. Ugh, yuck, I got a okay. Yeah, so I got a that's a wisdom spell? Yeah, that's a 12. That's exactly a 12.
God.
I thought I had a +1. That's why.
Oh no, I thought Gordon was in a bad situation there.
So your magic springs to life and travels, I anticipate, in this sort of path.
Yeah, that was kind of my intent.
Absolutely. And so what happens is,
They go back in their coffins.
yeah, it flings these dudes, like it ping pongs them all around this chamber.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome.
So that's ridiculous awesome.
Okay.
Extra damage?
Yep. Yes. So give me an extra ultimate on that,
Oh wow. Okay.
because they were just all battered around inside of there.
He just woke up, man. That's just rude.
For thousands of years, I slept.
that'll be 22.
Oh
Jesus.
my god.
Yeah.
Mid speech, they're dead. Fuck.
Yeah. So they are They are completely mangled.
Wow.
Completely and totally mangled.
I imagine the first one is just he is just shredded by the force of wind, and he's just like limbs and body parts go flipping all over the place. The other one is just blown and ping ponged around inside his little like thing, and just like his head bends and his spine breaks, and he's just like, okay, he just woke up, but he's surprised you're dead again.
Yes.
You're dead.
And Galt is now up.
So I want to search the sarcophagus.
Okay. Give me a percentile roll.
Huh.
Okay, that is a 32.
So that's going to be a fire blade.
What? That,
Oh my gosh.
It feels like your fire, like that laser sword you had in Deviator 5 campaign.
So magical weapon. +3 to attempt's effort. Burning. Ignites flammables. 1d4 burning for 1d4 rounds. Holy hell.
That's like
Hang on, let me write this down.
That's like the holy grail of swords.
No kidding.
It's like, oh, no big deal, just a fire sword.
But
oh, I
let
want
me-
that dead goblet.
let me say, totally consistent.
The legend of Galt, the
Exactly.
immortal.
Yeah, like this.
So you know in our Valor 5, he's going to be like,
background story for Galt for the Valor 5 campaign. This is perfect.
he's going to say, I had a flaming sword one time.
Exactly. Wow, that's
There was this cook and this guy, and it's like,
Yes. The difficulty is I'm pretty sure that sarcophagus is still occupied.
Oh,
Can I take the burning sword and stab it straight into the occupant?
you already fired a crossbow.
Yeah.
Well, I
it's a
Well, the
one-handed.
good news is that he isn't quite out yet, but so he's not going to attack you immediately, but yeah,
So-
you definitely get the loot, but there was also a hand on it too.
okay.
And let's see, that's the price for raising that lid. And now we are
Okay.
on to Edmund.
is there loot in there?
Yes. Give me a percentile.
That's a, what is this? I think it's a 1. Yeah, it's a 1.
You got a 1?
Yeah.
You got a heartstone.
Yeah.
Add 1 heart to your max. So it is a tiny little stone with some runes on it, but this one you feel like you know exactly what it will do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely looting that.
Of course, there are like broken teeth and bones and decayed skin all over it.
I'm gonna.
Thanks to Rosar.
What
Sorry.
is this?
But it is yours to be had.
Nothing else is salvageable here. Can I go to the last one and just stay there,
Yes.
or loot it maybe? But either way, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, I think you can get the roll off on that one.
I'm gonna
I like
share, guys. Don't look at me like that.
I like the loot stuff.
64.
Oh, 64. You have a bracelet of Thor. +2 strength bracelet.
Nice.
What?
And
It
this
belongs in a museum.
Definitely.
and Edmund, you know I love these rolls, by the way. This is a bit of meta, but Edmund, you believe that these items, the type of caliber of items you were seeing, are totally consistent with the sort of elite warriors who would be buried in this type of tomb.
that champion that just is dead and they buried him with his fucking sandwich.
There's always one in every group.
Sandwich of immortality.
There's
It's-
always one.
We need the recipe though. +1 con. That's broken.
And so the timer ticks down
No.
to 0, and we have a new undead That
Who disturbs my slumber?
No.
Oh no!
And so the new timer is 4. But these guys definitely animate or start to come out of their coffins, and that brings us to Gordon.
So Gordon's gonna pick up his hand bat and is going to bat the shambler in front of him towards Edmund.
Wham!
We'll see if I kill it before. So,
Bat the head toward me.
so I look at him and I point. Edmund, catch his head! And I bat his head off towards Edmund.
Nice. So the head goes over and lands in
I kind of
Edmund's feet.
struggle with it and just like throw it away.
Yucky.
Okay.
Full of sandwiches.
So I'm gonna go towards the door, and I'm going to shove cooking oil all over the ice.
Nice.
Nice.
So it's extra slippery now. Extra slippery. The turn timer now goes down to 3. Unfortunately, Galt, this shambler makes his way out and attempts to attack you.
With the flame sword, or
No.
I have the flame sword.
Yeah, he
It's
has.
mine.
Galt
like,
clearly
"Just
has the flame sword,
it's mine.
And it is gonna get used.
but it's ticked, and it rolled an 18.
Give me my sword back.
Right? You feel its kind of cold, dead, icy strength as it kind of takes a vicious swipe at your head. And that's 5 damage to Galt.
Ooh.
My sword.
First blood of the party.
I got
It's
you.
okay. We've got sandwiches.
This guy is going to kind of make it over to Rosar,
Nice.
and he's going to... He's dragging kind of some sort of, like, bladed weapon that he's going to attempt to take a slow chop at you.
Ooh.
Oh, man. That was a 17.
Ouch.
And that's 3 damage.
Luckily, I've got a blade of wounds.
Exactly. And this guy, he's kind of in line of sight with Galt, so he kind of wanders over here, and that's about as far as he gets because he's shambling. And that's the end of my turn. And so the turn timer ticks down to 2. And Rosar, you're up.
Rosar is going to like he's gonna grab his face and then cast a firebolt just like through his head.
Nice.
Yeah. And he rolls a 13, a 15.
Wow.
Nice. That's a hit.
Nonchalantly gets hit.
And that was probably easy because I mean that was point blank.
Cool. And then that'll be 8 damage.
I mean, the fireball appeared inside the undead's head before. Like,
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. So he's
Wait a second. No. My modifier's 3, so that's 11 damage.
Oh, yeah, that's a kill. Just describe what that looks like.
Okay, so Rosar he takes a hit and then he gets a little angry and then he reaches out with his little turtle claw and grabs his head and it just disintegrates his head with a blast of fire.
There's just a smoking neck.
Yeah, and then just this dead corpse just falls down, just
Topples over. That's awesome.
and then he kind of like dusts himself off like ashes off of himself. Like,
And Galt.
So, Galt, just getting hit by this chill touch here. Like, what are you trying to do? Give me a migraine? and he takes his new flame sword and he's like, "Take this!" and he tries to plunge it straight into him. So it's a mod 11.
Oh, that is so close.
Come on.
So basically, you, because of the surprise scenario, you just couldn't quite, in that tight quarters, get it all the way out of the crypt, and it clanged around on the lid and the side before you could get a clean swipe.
Can I use my hero coin to re-roll?
I will let you turn in your hero coin to re-roll.
Okay.
Do it.
Yes.
Wonder.
Haha! Mod 18.
Nice. So Galt quickly recovers in a heroic moment.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so he does 14 normal damage. Now for ignites him for 3 fire damage for 2 rounds.
Holy smokes! Well, he's dead.
Yeah.
So describe.
So he just like after giving that really cheesy one-liner, plunging the sword into him, like the creature kind of like lets out this, kind of all of the air and cold just instantly evaporates from him as he just ignites and disintegrates from the sword outwards, and like even down to the fingernails just completely disappears into like wisps of smoke. And Galt just kind of stands there with the sword. He just kind of looks at it like
Shiny.
Yeah, it's like, I like this.
something Grayskull.
Yeah,
right? That was epic. Take your hero coin back for that.
Yeah.
That was awesome. The timer goes down, and the last Shambler activates and starts to climb out of his crypt. The last of the Elite 8. And that brings us to Edmund.
Okay. Well.
Light me on fire.
No, that's what I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to Gordon, grab him by the shirt, and just like, be careful, man. I'm gonna pull him, and then I'm gonna, with my short sword, I'm gonna try to make sparks on the ground.
Are you using the tip of your sword on the stone, or do you have flint?
Do I have flint? I think I do actually. Let me see.
Didn't you pick
Got
up
a flare earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have a flint. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm gonna use my flint. It's gonna be less epic, but it's gonna be more effective.
Yes. Yeah. Then you don't even need to roll if you hit. You easily make sparks, even though it's crazy cold down here. But the oil definitely catches, and that whole area is now covered in flame.
All right, and
That's okay. We don't need to breathe.
Give me a D12 2 times.
$10 total.
Very good. So the ice it cracks and pops, and some of it instantly flashes to steam, and there's a huge puddle of water beginning to develop as it slowly melts. With that, we are down to Gordon.
So he looks at Edmund. He's like, "Want to see something funny?" So he goes and grabs the Shambler, and he pulls him towards the fire. But like he grabs it in his thoracic part and just goes on the floor and tries to shoot him behind towards the flames.
Like a strong man would throw a keg of beer.
Exactly.
Suplex this guy into the fire.
Nice.
Suplex the zombie into a fire. That's awesome.
Nice. Let's do a
I'm
contested strength roll.
Eyes are wide open. I'm like, what the fuck
So
is this guy?
I'm gonna use my hero token to reroll that. So that's a 3.
Okay. Very good.
Fuck. I rolled a 6.
The Shambler rolled a 7. So the two of you, you go to grab him, and you're just locked there together, staring eye to eye with its foul necrotic breath.
I mean, it's a northern champion, man. It was to be expected.
Like going across your face. That Shambler is now going to attack you. But it misses with a 5. And this Shambler continues its eyesight path towards Galt.
Shit.
And it's going to attempt to stab him with his sword.
No.
And let's see. He rolls 10, so he just misses.
Yes.
And that brings it back around to Rosar.
Okay, Rosar is going to go down to that sarcophagus and see what he can find in there.
This one?
Yeah.
Yep. Give me the percentile.
Percentile.
No gluten combat, man.
You did it twice.
3 times.
97.
Oh man.
No way.
Water of life.
That's water of life.
What?
Food. Die. Return to life 1d4 rounds later with 2 additional hearts.
Holy crap.
It's almost worth it to die.
We just lose our magic caster for
With
you know.
2 additional hearts.
Sweet.
Come up.
Oh, that's awesome.
That makes sense for an ancient Torton to have a insurance plan.
Sure.
Like down it right before you die in the middle of combat.
So it's an awesome vial.
Like, we just see him, he's gonna
Water
loot,
of
and then he
life.
falls down in the tomb, and we're like, what?
I'm not going to die in the fucking undead crypt. That's for goddamn. Like, so there's some kind of force down here that like I'm gonna take this little like vial or whatever that I found and kind of like tuck it inside my my robes and really reverently. And I'm not sure if I haven't. I moved and then I searched, so that's my turn.
Okay, very good. And that brings up Galt. Your turn.
Gold.
Galt is going to attack this Shambler. It's a mod 7.
You just don't
Figures.
have
The minute Galt gets the most epic weapon in the entire loot table, he like can't hit for shit.
Yeah, he just
I
hasn't
almost want to
figured
use
out
my,
the heft and the balance of it yet.
yeah. I'm not going to use my hero coin this time. I'm going to save it for something else.
Very good. Did you want to move?
Can I?
Although I feel like since you haven't moved, you probably could swing it again.
Okay. Well, I'm going to swing again. Mod 20.
Nice.
Bring on the pain.
Do some damage with that bad boy.
Okay, so that's 8 normal damage, bringing on the fire. 1 fire. Ignites for 1 fire damage for 2 rounds.
Nice. So 8 damage.
So he does 9 damage total this round.
Yeah. That thing is engulfed.
Yeah, so he just kind of like turns like, "You dare strike me, you cur!" and just kind of like, slashes him across the chest,
Although
catches him on fire.
that may not be good because he kind of has you backed into that little alcove. But
Only thing worse than a zombie is a flaming zombie.
right. But in any event, Edmund, you're up.
So I'm gonna take out my slingshot, and I'm gonna try to save Gold because he's been like taking a lot of damage.
Nice.
I think.
You can move a little bit closer or stay where you are.
I think I'm good where I am. So
Okay. Nice.
Gold, get down. And I'm gonna pull that thing and. 11. Wow, that's just sad. Sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Can I attack again if I don't move?
What's that?
Can I attack again if I don't move?
Yep, go for it.
Wow, that's even worse.
It wasn't meant to be. Galt is meant to die in this hole.
So your tiny little pebbles, they do hit, but they just plink off this thing's armor. And
God damn it, I hit a fighter.
his flaming body doesn't even notice.
might need to be force-fed a sandwich after this.
Well, I'm gonna continue what I was supposed to do, and I'm gonna fling him towards the flames.
Nice.
You're like wrestling him. That's pretty cool.
Oh, natural 20
Oh,
to
no.
resist your effort.
Dude, he gonna bite you.
I feel like you could maybe try that again. 'Cause
Okay,
You're
because
tugging back and forth.
what did you roll?
He rolled a 2 this time.
I rolled a natural 20.
No way. So they're totally in this crazy tug of war, and he got overbalanced with his crazy undead strength resisting you the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And this time you easily execute your maneuver, so describe it.
He just whispered, "I am tired."
You just see a dwarf like hitting the ground and just flinging him over his head towards like the flame. So his body like hits the ice that's on flames, and it slides sideways, and he slips back down, I guess.
Yeah, roll up some damage.
So that's
And because you rolled a 20, you get a d12 added to that
thank God.
for your epic toss.
Toss of the ages.
So those are both ones.
It's like the anti-dwarf toss.
So I did 2 damage.
Wait, wait. Is that's like a 1d4 plus a 1d12, right?
Oh, it's a 1d4. Oh, it's true. Well, anyway,
Yep.
I did 1
you throw it
damage. I rolled it with a d6 without.
Well, that's okay.
But
You did only throw him into an oil fire.
yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't he catch on fire?
I was going to say, we'll add a 1d4 to that for the fire. And that was another 1. So he's on fire, though, and will take some successive damage next round. But you're just such a amazing judo practitioner, it seems, Court, that he just landed gingerly.
I want that karate learning book.
Yeah, right? All right. So this one that Shambler that is attacking Galt, who is nearly dead, he reaches out to basically try to fall on top of you with its last bit of animated strength, and regrettably the fire kicks in and it disintegrates into a pile of ash before it can harm you.
Cool.
And this other one is just on fire and mangled, so that damage is going to process. So it's clearly on fire and took even more damage, although it's not dead yet. And it's spending its turn trying to get back up after being, albeit gingerly, thrown across the room. And that brings up Rosar.
Okay, Rosar is gonna go loot the sarcophagus that's right next to him.
Awesome. Give me your percentile.
Okay. That's 90.
Ooh.
90 is the Life Walker.
What does that do?
Leave a
So-
trail of flowers.
You now leave a trail of flowers and growth wherever you go.
This will then heal 2 hit points per round.
Although I will say it's on a little tablet or a stone in your inventory, and so kind of like a Hearthstone, you can choose whether you want to activate it or not.
Cool.
So you're good there, and that brings us up to Galt. Yes.
So, what's the status of our ice?
So the ice looks over halfway melted.
Okay, is it still on fire? Is it going to continue melting, or do we have to keep working at it?
So part of the difficulty is that where it melted and created a significant volume of water, that has kind of diminished some of the initial impact of the flames, even though there was an accelerant used. But it will continue to burn for a little while longer, yes.
Okay. So Galt, after his intense fight with multiple shamblers, he kind of like takes a moment and realizes that yeah, I'm gonna roll to recover.
Okay, excellent. Recovery, please.
12. And
Excellent.
I don't have a con bonus, so it's just 1 point.
Okay, very good. So you successfully recover. Do you want to move as well?
Yeah, I'd like to start moving. Are there any more sarcophagi on the wall that I'm at that haven't been looted?
No, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna head towards the wall and start igniting the ice with my fire sword.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
I feel like you make it maybe about yay far. And Edmund.
So I'm gonna take out my longsword and like just try to impale the skeleton that is on fire.
Very good. Yeah, lop its head off or whatnot.
I'm gonna try to like stab that motherfucker. So yeah, it hits. That's a 17.
Nice.
For damage, I have a 7.
Yep. And so it's dead. And so that just leaves the ice barrier, which I'm assuming that you guys make it through with due haste.
Mm-hmm.
So that leads us to the last room.
But I want to roll my loot.
Oh yeah, that's right. This last one. Yes.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, you guys okay with him grabbing that last piece of loot before we?
Oh, definitely. No loot for Mike.
Yeah, he's a chef. He doesn't deserve loot.
Hit it, Gordon.
43.
43. That is
Golden spatula.
genetic soup.
What?
How does this keep happening?
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So
Into a random new bioform.
random new bioforms. That's awesome. All right. So are we on to the next room, gents?
Yes.
Of course.